and to repeat history conversations. You must be prepared, not just for the question, but for the answer that comes back.
As the boxing world anticipates the high-stakes showdown between legend Manny Pacquiao and reigning champion Mario Barrios, debate is heating up across the sport. Supporters of Pacquiao argue that his trademark speed, sharp angles, and relentless pace could overwhelm Barrios. Critics, however, point to the age gap and physical differences, questioning whether the 46-year-old has enough left to handle a younger, stronger, and more active opponent. With big names like Errol Spence Jr. and Sean Porter offering split predictions, one question looms large. Can Pacquiao defy time once again? Or will Barrios seize a moment and mark a changing the guard with career-defining victory?
Travis Hartman with weighing in with Travis Hartman. I'm going to weigh in on the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. Yes. Mario Barrios is a world champion. Yes. But I'm going to pick Manny Pacquiao. The southpaw from the Philippines, the Hall of Famer, the 8-division world champion. He is going to muster up enough from the past to come in here and beat Mario Barrios. And I'm going to roll with Manny Pacquiao for a decision over Mario Barrios in Vegas this Saturday on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. But also, Mario Barrios is going to pose a lot of threats versus Manny Pacquiao because he's a lot taller, he's a lot longer, and he's younger. And he's a world champion. It's for the WBC world title. Manny Pacquiao's first fight after being retired for 5 or 6 years now, and he chooses a world title fight. Manny Pacquiao by decision.
When a legend like Sugar Ray Leonard speaks, people pay attention, and he's not ready to write off Manny Pacquiao just yet. Drawing from his own experience with comebacks, Leonard highlights the mental and emotional challenges fighters face after long layoffs. You've got to get used to being hit again and pushed at that intensity, he said. It's more psychological than physical. He believes success hinges on heart and instinct. Maybe Manny still has that feeling. Maybe he still knows what needs to be done. Leonard, for one, isn't closing the book on Pacquiao's return.
I can't comment too harshly on that because I made more comebacks than everybody. I hold the record. Undisputed.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, do what you want to do. You know what, man? It's all up here. It's here.
Yeah.
It's what you got. It's what you use. Again, there's no way to answer this. Right? Stay healthy.
Drawing parallels to his 1987 comeback against Marvin Hagler, Leonard stresses that Pacquiao needs unshakable mental focus and emotional strength. He cautions that true preparation goes beyond physical training. It requires resetting the mind for the ring's harsh realities.
What kind of challenges he's going to face, having been a great fighter yourself and him, comparable in career-wise. What kind of challenges do you think he's going to face, and any advice on him doing things a certain way that maybe you found you did a mistake on? Just give or take.
You know what? When I came back and won horrible time, it was all me. It was my mindset. It was the way I believe I could win. I trained hard. But you know what? I won't do it again. You know what I mean? I won't do it again. I can't tell someone don't do it. But I made too many punches.
As for Manny, just advice from him at all?
Just be healthy and do what you think you can. It's a hard thing to do. You can.
Then there's Bernard Hopkins, the embodiment of endurance in boxing history. As the oldest man to ever hold a world title, Hopkins sees echoes of his own late career success in Pacquiao's journey. Speaking to the ring, he voiced strong support, saying, "I'm rooting for Manny because if anyone can pull it off, it's him." He acknowledged Mario Barrios as a solid B-plus fighter with speed and enough experience to spring a surprise. Still, Hopkins believes Pacquiao can win, though not by knockout. He won't get the stoppage, but he could take it by decision.
If Pacquiao's successful, he will become tied with the record I set and broke from George Foreman as the oldest champion to win a major title in the light heavyweight division in boxing. That's there. Fact check it. Fact check it is there. That's your generation. Y'all fact check a lot. I got a daughter that's 26. So I got a nephew that's 18, 19, all between 17 and 30, all in between. They keep me up on game. They keep me up on all the fat check. So I'm letting you know. That's one of the reasons Pacquiao is coming out to do that. And other reasons too, but that's one of the majors.
In a recent interview, Manny Pacquiao revealed that his return to boxing isn't about public expectation or pressure. It's a deeply personal journey back to his first love. Since stepping away in 2021, the former world champion and senator felt unmoored, realizing that life outside the ring lacked the purpose and thrill he once knew, immersing himself again in the routines of fight life. Training camps, interviews, sparring, and press events rekindled something within. After a 4-year layoff that gave his body time to heal, Pacquiao has not only regained his physical edge, but more importantly, rediscovered his love for the fight.
Coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? For years I stopped boxing. I was always thinking boxing, and even in my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So I really love exercising. I really miss boxing.
How much of this comeback is about money? It went all.
No, the comeback. The reason why I come back is because I want to. I miss boxing. I mean, I want to be a champion again, and I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Manny Pacquiao's clash with Mario Barrios on July 19th, 2025, marks a pivotal moment in the 46-year-old legend's storied career. Returning after a 4-year break, Pacquiao has reignited global interest, but his ambitions don't stop here. If he defeats Barrios, he's targeting a blockbuster bout against WBA lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis next.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody attacking Tank. That's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to who guys?
That's cry me a ripper, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see.
You feel good?
We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this, like, I'm going to fight like that. But one at a time. After the fight, we'll see the top.
According to Manny Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, the plan is to first capture the WBC welterweight title before pursuing a long-anticipated showdown with Gervonta Davis. Gibbons noted that Pacquiao has had his eye on Davis for years, and following Davis's recent performance, the timing may finally be right. Pacquiao has openly stated he's willing to face Davis at either 145 or 147 pounds, showing his commitment to making the fight happen.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight, all right? He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year. So he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and can build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out your minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta "Tank" Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
Boxing icon Sugar Ray Leonard believes fans deserve a Pacquiao-Mayweather rematch. Not for money, but for legacy and history. He argues that such a bout would captivate the sport's most passionate audience, offering a narrative rich with intrigue and meaning. Leonard emphasized that the clash between two all-time greats could go far beyond a typical pay-per-view event, potentially revitalizing the sport. In his view, it's a fight that could leave a lasting cultural and commercial impact on boxing.
And PacMan, would you be interested in seeing that rematch?
I mean, yeah, you're at a different stage of your life.
Yeah.
Spiritually, physically, mentally.
Right.
It can be a great fight.
Right.
Put it this way, it should be done.
It should be done.
It should be.
It will help boxing in the sport. You think the sport needs it?
In a crazy way.
In a crazy way?
Yeah. I mean, put it this way, you know, and as much people say when he's 40 years old, people will watch it.
Manny's last fight, he looked phenomenal.
He looked phenomenal.
He looked phenomenal. And Mayweather, you know, the last one he fought a kickboxer, he fought, you know, Conor McGregor. You know, his last few fights were too.
Well, when you beat that guy from
the Asian guy, but it was a kickboxer. He was a kickboxer. He wasn't a professional boxer.
I mean, just call it Tommy Harris.
Boxing coach Abel Sanchez acknowledges that Pacquiao's speed and reflexes may have diminished, but his punching power is still dangerous. Citing George Foreman's knockout of Michael Moorer, Sanchez believes older fighters can still deliver big shots and suggests Pacquiao could very well catch Barrios with one.
Another fight that's coming up is Manny Pacquiao coming back to fight Barrios for the world title. Obviously Pacquiao's been out of the ring for 4 years. He's not had a victory for 6. What do you make of Pacquiao coming straight back into a world title fight?
I think Manny's a great fighter, and I think Manny's got a great career behind him. I think he picked the lesser of the welterweight champions. I think he has a good chance of making it a good fight. Whether he can win or not at this age, I should say. Sometimes the mind tells you pull the trigger, but the body can't. You know, so is it going to be that? What is he? 46, 47 years old? Something like that. Yeah. Bernard Hopkins was a different kind of animal. Bernard Hopkins never really had the kind of tough fights like Manny's had. So,
veteran trainer Joel Diaz hasn't held back in his assessment. He believes Manny Pacquiao should have stayed retired. In Diaz's view, Mario Barrios holds a clear advantage. He argues that the physical demands of a 12-round bout favor the younger, fresher fighter. Barrios' strength and endurance, Diaz says, could wear down the 46-year-old Pacquiao over time. Whether through constant pressure or a late-round surge, Diaz sees the fight tilting in Barrios' favor. While he respects Pacquiao's legendary ring IQ, he warns that age and ring rust are undeniable factors that could prove costly. Ultimately, Diaz sees Barrios outworking and outlasting Pacquiao in this high-stakes clash.
Manny Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. You know, Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably the same size as Margarito.
So like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. I mean, in my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
In a recent interview, trainer Greg Hackett voiced concern over Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight, suggesting the boxing legend may be overestimating his current abilities. He stressed the difficulty of facing a younger, active opponent like Mario Barrios, warning of the risks involved. Hackett's perspective echoes a growing sentiment in the boxing world about the dangers of aging fighters returning to high-level competition. His remarks serve as a cautionary reminder to weigh the potential impact on both Pacquiao's health and his enduring legacy.
Similar to like Ugas fight?
It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so why not? If he can make it happen, he can. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I would love something. That's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans will criticize you for. Yeah. But the reality is, Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight. Yeah.
Renowned trainer Robert Garcia respects Pacquiao's legendary career, but raises concerns about the toll of aging. He cautions that even the greatest fighters can be betrayed by their bodies when facing younger, stronger opponents.
Retirement.
Well, Pacquiao's a big name, and obviously Barrios is a great fight for Barrios because he's a champion. And I think Pacquiao, being that they both have connections with PBC, that's the easiest fight to make. So, getting another title opportunity, I just the name obviously, but I really believe that Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. I think it's actually going to be a little. I don't want to say sad because he's going to make a lot of money, so we can't feel sorry for him. But at 46, almost 47, it's almost impossible for. I'm just 4 years older, 3-4 years older than him, and it's not easy to try to you're going to get in shape and be able to perform like the way you were, when you were in your 20s and 30s.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
It's not impossible because he has power. That he should have that power. Barrios is big and a strong boy, so I don't see that happening. But it's possible. Maybe it's possible. George Foreman did it. There's been others that do it. But I really don't see it happening.
But Pacquiao's speed's the name of his game. Do you think he doesn't have that? There's no way he can have the same speed as before.
There's no way, bro. You guys, I don't know if you guys seen this.
The exhibition against that big guy.
It was actually embarrassing to see that shit. So it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
If Pacquiao wins, what does that do for him? Where does that put him all time?
Come on, man. At that age, after a few years, I don't know how many years he's been out.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas has highlighted that Mario Barrios isn't a natural welterweight, having moved up in weight. While Barrios may appear to have a size advantage, Atlas suggests it could be deceptive, possibly evening the odds against Pacquiao. His insight adds a new layer to the conversation, implying about maybe more evenly matched than expected, shaping up to be a compelling, competitive fight rather than a one-sided affair.
Not naturally as big a man as those other welterweights, so start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios, so he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course, we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro. You would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
108 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. Yeah, you would have had Petter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter. You would have had Peter coming after you. Look what he did to this horse. But look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible. Just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business. Because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, then when Pacquiao fought him, maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment, Pacquiao, in the Ugas fight. I thought that Pacquiao for his age.
Despite Mario Barrios holding clear physical advantages, standing taller with greater reach and 16 years younger, many experienced voices in the boxing world still believe Manny Pacquiao deserves the benefit of the doubt. Fellow Filipino champion Nonito Donaire places his trust in Pacquiao's unmatched skill and ring intelligence, stating, he knows how to fight, how to win. Justin Fortune, Pacquiao's longtime strength coach, insists the legend looks as sharp as he did 6 or 7 years ago and even predicts a potential stoppage. Former rival Juan Manuel Marquez echoes a familiar belief in boxing. Power is the last thing a fighter loses. He urges respect for Pacquiao's ability. To these seasoned professionals, Pacquiao's speed, experience, and proven punching power still make him a real threat, regardless of age or size disadvantages.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
Do you think Pacquiao's veteran footwork and quick combos can neutralize Barrios' youth and reach? Or is this the kind of night where Barrios' physical edge demands a knockout? Share below